This episode of The Riff is brought to you by Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast.
You're listening to the Riff Podcast, the only podcast on UCLARadio.com, hosted by me, Noah Stern.
And me, Rafe Burstein.
And our super producer,
Furcon.
And the three of us have a wonderful duo in booth number 2 today. We have the wonderful Simon Johnson.
I am Simon.
Yes, he is. And on mic number 4, we got the wonderful, the illustrious, the mysterious, the charismatic Dylan Portillo.
Hello.
There he is, everybody. So this is a very fun episode of The Riff because we got a bunch of improvisers here in the booth today.
Sure.
Yeah. We have a returning guest, Simon Johnson, more or less.
We never posted that episode, I think.
You've heard my voice before, but it was never as Simon Johnson.
Oh.
If you're a hardcore
mysterious
fan, you've heard his voice before.
Yeah, under some sort of other alter ego. And Dylan Portillo, who is on Identity Crisis with Simon and myself. And this is your first time on air, yeah?
Yeah,
Very nice.
we're new.
Now, I have a question. You said that this is the only podcast on UCLA Radio. Is that true?
It's the only podcast on UCLA Radio hosted by Noah Stern and Rafe Burstein.
There was a comma there that I was not picking up on.
Yes. Yeah. That's a very important qualifier.
Or not a comma, really.
No, it's just
There's no comma.
only podcast hosted by us.
You could add it to one of the few podcasts on UCLA Radio.
You could.
You could.
That doesn't sound as impressive.
It does.
What sounds impressive is if you lie.
We
That's
know
my
that well.
motto.
Speaking of feeling lied to, no, okay.
Let's talk about...
Let's talk. I do want to talk about improv real quick because Simon has been doing improv for a few years now, despite being only a second year here at UCLA.
Yeah, I've been doing improv since 7th grade.
Whoa, you're just a wee improv lad.
Yeah, I was.
And Dylan, how long have you been doing improv?
Since freshman year of high school, so like 5 years, 6 years now.
Whoa, damn, very nice. I think that makes me. I'm like 4.5, 5 years. I think
Yeah,
that
you're
makes me
the
baby.
wee improv lad in this scenario.
Oh man, I sure am. We're all on Identity Crisis together. We've been performing for over 2 years now. Well, about 2 years now. And
all of us.
All of us. And it's been a blast. It's been an absolute blast. Now, I want to know what got you guys started improv, because both of you have been doing it for so long and started at a young age. What was it that drew you to the improv scene?
So when I was in 6th grade, my mom was like, you got to be in a club. She was like, just like forced me to be in some club. And I had a couple of friends that were in the theater program at my middle school. So I joined that, and then that was pretty fun. But then the next year they changed it to improv. And since that was like half of my friends in middle school, I was like, okay, I'll do this same thing. Ended up liking it a lot more than the thing it was before. And then I ended up doing improv ever since because I love it so much.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, it seems like from my time knowing you, improv is not only like a part of your life, but it's a part of your personality.
Oh yeah. I put it on my college apps. Like it was definitely like I can definitely say that like at least 50% of my personality and probably like 70% of the things about me that I like about myself, I can attribute to improv.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
hung out about a week ago with the UC Davis team, Bird Strike, and it was nonstop bits from even after the show when there was no audience, no one. It was in my kitchen at midnight. You were still doing bits.
Yeah, okay. Love those guys. They're kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Especially Sam.
Yeah.
Sam was scaring me at some points. Like he was like really intensely into these bits, and like
Oh yeah.
I like couldn't quite tell that was like him doing a bit. I thought that he was just tweaking out and like screaming in my face just because he like had some aggressive feelings towards me.
No, that's just
But then
Sam's
he
commitment.
switched into a different bit, and I was like, oh, so that wasn't real, and like hopefully this isn't real. And then he like started saying stuff as a normal person, and I couldn't tell if that was real either.
Damn, nothing's real. Nothing's real. Dylan, do you also feel like nothing's real?
No, yeah, like, reality is just an illusion, so that's where we're at right now.
Very nice. And was it the kind of the same way where you were just kind of thrusted into the improv and then your talents shone through?
Like, kind of. Like, basically, what happened was with my best friend pushed me into the room where, comedy sports was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got literally pushed into a scene, and apparently they were just like, oh, let's go with this random, freshman in high school into it, incorporate them into it. And I liked it. And
this was during a show, like an actual comedy sports show?
Not a show. No, that would be dramatic.
Yeah, no, we need a volunteer from the audience, and it's like, oh, this feels natural. I'm going to do it until college.
Oh, no, there's no bravery. It was pure compulsion. Yeah. But it was a meeting, like the first of the year meetings that I was pushed into. Like, I already walked into the room my friend pushed me into, on stage. And I liked it a lot, so we just, kept going for it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Well, so do you guys have any, so you said comedy sports, I trained under theater sports in San Francisco. Do you guys have any improv troupe fandoms? I know it's improv just has never really gotten to that level until pretty recently, I'd say, of knowing teams, unless you go to UCB shows. But do you have any improvisers that were your inspirations, someone that you can always look to?
Not really, but I really liked my...
Yeah, we can't hear it if you shake your head.
But I really liked my teachers in middle school because they also were improvisers for comedy sports.
Mm-hmm.
So early on they were inspirational because you have middle schoolers doing improv. They're not necessarily super good at it. So to us they were improv gods, And now since we're older, we have seen more shows, and I know people at college who are actually funny, as opposed to middle schoolers doing improv funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that time they were super inspirational.
Gotcha.
And the same, I don't really know any other improv teams at that time. I thought the seniors were super cool, but looking back, they were absolutely the worst improvers I've ever met. But at the time, I was I love these guys. But basically, yeah, I didn't really know anyone till college when I learned about the whole team system with the UCB and everything else.
Gotcha. So I always looked up just first finding out about him through sketch videos and then realizing he had UCB shows. Comedian Ben Schwartz was always someone I was oh damn, this guy is fucking funny and talented.
Where could you be going with this?
And
Noah?
now I fucking told you I had a segue. And now I see Ben Schwartz in a very different production of Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Gotta go fast.
And I am so confused what the hell product they are putting out.
They played that yesterday in I'm taking a video game seminar about video games, and the teacher was like, let's watch this together as a class. And I was like, wow, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, are you guys familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog, the person, the franchise, and now the movie?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Right. What were you guys' first impressions when seeing a weird humanoid amalgamation of a hedgehog and teeth?
He's got humanoid arms and legs, but a cartoonish face. It's terrible.
I mean, that's what Sonic is, though. So
No,
that's not what Sonic is.
Sonic is...
Go off.
If you look at any pose of Sonic, he's giving you attitude. His limbs are at 90-degree angles. It sort of looks like a swastika. I'll pull up a photo for you.
Yeah, wait, it kind of does.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
You're telling me Nintendo's anti-Semitic this whole time?
No, that's Sega.
Oh, shit.
How could anyone who made the
You're right.
Virtual Boy be anti-Semitic?
You know how sometimes they horrible people on the internet will make versions of Pokemon that are terrifying and hyper realistic.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw that version of Sonic for the movie, I thought it was one of those, and I was like, oh, they did a really good job of making this terrifying and a complete bastardization of the child friendly video game character. And then I saw a trailer for the movie, and I was like, whoa, somebody was really good to animate this, and it has the illusion of being real, but also the stuff with Sonic in it is obviously fake because it's so terrifying.
Yeah.
And then I saw that it was from a sponsored account, and then I've been having nightmares ever since.
I think the people that are making this movie know exactly what they're doing, because no matter what, people will be like, what is going on? Like, why does Sonic look like this? Blah, blah, blah. So I think they're going down the meme route of this movie. Like, this is a meme movie. People are always going to be talking about how it looks weird, how it's funky. And I think it shows by the trailer. They got Jim Carrey to be the Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr.
Excuse
Eggman.
me. He has an MD. But what really is confusing about that is that, like, they've decided to go this, like, hyper-realistic version of Sonic, which shows, like, okay, like, that's our design choice, that we're going to go in that direction. But then Dr. Eggman has fucking hair and a relatively small mustache.
He loses his hair. He loses his hair.
Yeah, didn't you see the split second at the end of the trailer where where he's bald and he's got goggles and a mustache, and he'll probably be in the last 10 minutes of the movie, and he'll probably
is
say
this a
something.
fucking Dr. Eggman origin story?
He'll probably
it's
say
a
something.
character arc.
He'll probably say something like, "I hate that hedgehog," and then wink to camera.
Yeah.
I wish they would do that.
You know what movie, which I know nothing about, that it reminds me of?
Detective Pikachu?
Yes.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu coming out soon. Definitely, I was thinking just like we get a bunch of Shenanigans people to
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
fucked
And,
up.
like,
Oh yes.
just pregame the hell out of this. What the fuck are we watching movie?
Well, don't pregame too hard, because sometimes if you're high enough and you see a scary movie, it becomes overwhelming.
Are you assuming Dr. Peach is going to be a scary movie?
No. Well, I'm
gritty.
saying it's going to, it like, if you're, let's say theoretically you're extremely zoinked and you're seeing hyper realistic Pikachu on screen,
Yeah.
that could trigger something deep within you that's going to, make the whole experience very unpleasant, and then you're shaking in your seat, and then you have to, like, run, poop your pants, something like that.
yeah. Why hyper realistic anything? Like, really, was there a focus group at fucking Paramount or whatever studio's producing this going like, people want to see their favorite characters, not at all how they imagine them? Like,
How else would how would you have wanted them to make the artistic choice?
you can make like animation in real life. It doesn't have to be such a hard choice in like hyper realism. You know,
Yeah.
it
Like
can
Space
be,
Jam.
Yeah, like Space Jam. Like it can be a
that's it.
little cartoony. You know.
So
Also- yeah.
you
yeah.
wanna-
Wait, hold on. Like Space Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, they did Space Jam. I actually think Detective Pikachu is going to be wonderful.
Yeah, me too.
I think that something about it being terrifying adds to the charm and comedic value. Because, memes nowadays, a lot of the time, a lot of the humor from them comes from their being terrifying.
Right, but like in an ironic way, kind of.
Yeah, so that I think the movie is going to be wonderful in that same ironic, terrifying way.
If there isn't like an opening line in the first 10 minutes, that's like, whoa, Pokemon are a part of our world, and boy, do they look different than other animals. Then I like,
There's
okay.
not.
There's
You're breaking NDA. Shush.
Are there animals in the? Answer this, Rafe. Are there like?
Are there
dogs?
regular animals?
Yeah.
Oh.
The animals are the Pokemon.
Well, I would normally agree, but in the anime, we did see that there's like scenes with just like birds that aren't like Pokemon
pigeons,
birds.
pigeons.
Yeah, and it's not a Pidgeotto, might I add.
Simon.
Wait,
He's
really? They
adding
have
it.
like pigeons and Pidgeotto?
Yeah, and then there's another one where Pikachu goes swimming, and there's just like normal like koi in the pond.
No.
Like, yeah, for real.
No.
Yeah, there's like minnows and shit.
No.
and
And
it's
also
not a magic carp.
No.
right, which means so that if they do fish and like
What?
eat fish as part of their diet, because a lot of these Pokemon islands are islands, are they only eating non-Pokemon animals, or do they also eat like a Goldeen every now and then?
Well, no, because in the video games they did eat the Pokemon. Because
Did
I
they?
remember there was a guy that you could talk to him and you could sell him a Magikarp to eat because he wanted
Whoa.
to eat the tail.
Well, there's
right?
people that eat humans, so that's not saying that's a normal thing that
right,
people do.
this could be an outlier, Simon. Did you ever stop and think? And
No,
consider that?
when I was playing this, I was like 9.
Well, I want Rafe to answer the question.
I wasn't like, oh, maybe these are cannibals.
Are there like dogs in Dr. Pikachu? Can you answer?
I don't know if he can
Yeah.
answer that question.
Can't you?
I
You
feel
can't.
like
You can't
keep
do
saying
it.
it differently.
Are there animals other than Pokemon in Dr. Pikachu?
You keep saying
And
Dr. Pikachu.
He's probably a
You're
dog.
thinking
He
of
has
Dr.
an
Mario.
MD. Oh man. Okay, now a Dr. Mario procedural, gritty, lifelike, that I would see.
Terrible.
It's a me.
It's a me, and it is a cancer.
What would you? What
It's
would
a
you?
you.
Mario with house. Would you see that? Would you pay money for that?
I want to see Mario like go home after like losing 3 patients to Peach and being like, "It was a rough a day."
I wouldn't pay money, but I would see it. I would watch.
pirate it.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
be like, "This is interesting."
I'd put locker it.
It's a thought
Well,
experiment.
you know, there was that like really old live action Mario TV show where they're like, "Hey, it's the Mario Bros." Like, do you know the like? Have
Oh,
you seen
yeah.
that?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the movie
and
or the TV
Yeah,
show?
I mean, there was both.
There was
yeah,
both?
there was.
There was the very high budgeted movie.
Dude, the movie
That's
was
the one that I know.
insane.
I didn't know there was a TV show.
Escape from New York plus Mario Brothers, and nothing made sense.
And it had Goombas. They looked sort of like testicles and acorns in
Yeah.
big trench coats. They looked like Killer Croc from Suicide Squad.
Well,
You know Suicide Squad.
Saw it in
so,
theaters.
So you put it in that universe,
Yeah.
right? And I would love to see Dr. Mario. You know, maybe he's like a Walter White character, and he starts
Yeah.
like selling meth to Goombas.
Anti-hero.
yeah.
I've been thinking a lot lately about how Mario is a representation of how Japanese people see Italian people.
yeah,
And I'm like, wow, this is
and like
this is very racist.
and how much
Is
they
it
said,
though?
thank God they weren't like, he's also a Jewish plumber.
Wait, this is
And
a
be
hot.
like,
This is a hot take from Rafe. Rafe is calling Mario racist.
His accent is not racially
It
sensitive.
is a caricature.
but it's a.
But then the rest of it, I don't know, because
he's a plumber.
is that a common Italian stereotype
To be
outside of
plumbers?
Mario?
Well,
No.
yeah, because Rome is where plumbing was invented.
Okay, that's probably what they were alluding to.
Whoa.
Japanese people are very smart.
Let's not make generalizations.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, you want to
What?
see racist? Let me
Wait,
show
so
you
you're
racist."
wait, Rafe just called Japanese people stupid?
Whoa.
No, I didn't.
Under his
Rafe
breath.
called.
I called,
rewind
I
the
called a
tape.
very specific section.
jeez.
I
We're
see.
gonna
Of
get
people.
demonetized, guys.
Okay, so
Our aunt's AdSense is getting taken away.
oh no, not all of our podcast money. So Dylan, do
Sorry,
you
Kylie.
have a live? Yeah, Kylie is in chat. We are monitoring chat.
Is she still 3070?
Always, yeah, dude. My girl
Oh, that's
Kylie
awesome.
shows up.
Wait, am I still
every
69?
week, probably. Dylan, I am
Yes.
curious. Do you have like a live action? I almost said live action fantasy. A live action like dream passion project that they would make from a favorite cartoon of yours?
Oh, ooh. Well, like not necessarily like a passion project, but I wanted to have justice. Is like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
It needs
yeah.
to be revived properly.
It's coming.
Is it?
Yeah, on Netflix. They're doing a live action TV series.
Just what everyone wanted.
I want that.
Wait, I don't feel like the live action was the thing that we need to redo. I think we could just do a movie, but have it still be.
Or
So
we
you
can do,
agree
like-
that it was done perfectly the first time?
No, it was done terribly.
Take it
was,
back.
It was terrible.
Or like it's like an extended series. I would be for that. Another like I don't know. I feel like that would be like my main one because I like loved that series when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and the movie was such trash. Also just casted incorrectly. So I just feel like if Netflix can like use like their billions of dollars of money with no taxes, they can definitely fix it.
Yeah.
Or just
think?
like Avatar in any capacity that is like in theaters and also isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Alita Battle Angel make money?
I feel like it did.
What?
I know the soundtrack did.
Yeah, because it was like the newest James Cameron movie, and I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be huge. And then I don't think it made money. Like I don't think it made more than like 30% of its budget.
It's also not by James
Cameron.
Cameron. He was just the producer.
You know,
It was by the
his
guy who
name's
did
attached.
Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
Oh, it was by the guy who did Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
If I knew that, I would
Spy
have seen
Kids.
They
it.
revival.
And the John Malkovich movie that we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
or 3
yeah.
weeks
Being
ago.
John Malkovich.
No,
No,
the,
the other one?
vodka one where we're not going to see it because we'll be dead by the time it
I
comes
still
out.
love that idea. Have you guys know about this?
So
No, what's
dumb.
the idea?
John
Let's
John
hear it.
Malkovich made a movie that will be released in 100 years. So realistically, nobody alive right now will see this movie.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, unless you like live for like 120 or whatever.
The life expectancy is growing.
Yeah, but like
Well, but
realistically,
with climate change, it's going to be like a apocalypse. When
Yeah,
we're, like,
maybe no
50.
one will see this movie. You know?
Alita Battle Angel has grossed $85.7 million in the U.S. and Canada and $318.7 million in other territories
Wow.
for a worldwide total of $404.4 million against a production budget of $170 million.
Wow, 170. So it only made 85 on 170 in the U.S. So I mean, that kind of makes sense. Like I didn't hear anyone talking about it,
Future.
but at least it made money in the
On February 6th,
overseas.
they announced that they have plans for Alita Battle Angel 2.
Hell yeah.
The casting of Edward Norton in a non-speaking role. What?
What?
Why cast Edward Norton in a non-speaking role?
Maybe he's just that difficult to work with. The
Oh,
rumors are
no,
true.
they already did it. He's in the movie.
He's just there
He's
in
just
the background.
movie.
He's like,
Sorry,
"Hi."
spoilers for Alita.
Here's an idea. Shenanigans, the movie.
Whoa.
Now let's brainstorm.
Okay, so we already have
Let's
the
improv
prequel.
this.
We have the prequel, which is the
Emoji
after movie. No, the emoji movie. The after movie that Aquila shot at our retreat.
Oh, that was
which
funny.
was
That was very
wonderful.
well edited.
Very well. She kept being like, "I just threw it together. There's no through line through this."
Why
And,
is your
like-
impression of her an old grandmother?
Yes, very much so. And my impression of Will Shaw still and forever will be a serial killer.
No, but this movie is scripted, and there's like plot. And
Oh wait, I think bringing up Will Shaw is interesting because he could be like
he
either
could play me.
He,
He's basically like a less handsome me, and I think that's what we need.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I want you to finish your thought, but finish yours and then I'll say.
okay. He could either be the antagonist, but you don't know it. Like it's revealed at the end that he's been the serial killer, or he's the anti-hero and he's like, you know, one of those guys who like, oh, I can't stop murdering, so I'm gonna murder like
bad
evil
guys.
people instead. And he's also a stand-up comedian.
I like that idea. Also, we instead of playing ourselves, we get other people in the club to play other people in the club.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Like I
And
play
now,
Simon.
Jack
That's-
Grossman by Kylie Yamada.
Yeah, literally.
Whoa.
In improv, sometimes as an exercise, they
fuck,
have
we do
us
that.
like basically in a scene we'll
Yeah.
play the type of characters that someone else would play.
In a few weeks ago, the teacher had everybody play a stock Noah character, and it was very eye-opening.
We were all the yeah,
Oh,
except
yeah.
I was the salami guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, oh, you got any
Marco Polo?
Yeah, Papa, you got any deli meats in your fridge?
That's a form of therapy.
Yeah. Well, that's why we do improv. Yes. Improv is very therapeutic.
Wait, we don't have to keep going on this bit. I would
Wait,
like
you wanted
to
to say something?
I want to like flesh out this movie idea.
Yeah.
Like-
Okay, it's filmed on location in Greenland.
Okay.
At an ice bar. We can't find the murder weapon because it melted.
Oh, wait,
like in
is it like a
TF2?
murder mystery? Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Murder mystery.
Yeah. Heist.
Oh,
We're
heist.
trying to steal the Constitution of Shenanigans.
Okay. I love Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
So they're just gonna find a printer and print it out from the Google Doc.
No, it's like a flash
it's in our drive this whole
At
time.
the end of the movie, they're like, we could have just looked in Slack.
they heard that it was like buried in like some like graveyard in Greenland, so they're like hunting around in Greenland, but they don't realize that it's online because Greenland has no Wi-Fi.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. They think it's buried in Austin Nassau's grave.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, callbacks to alum. That would be great.
But they're canonically dead if they've graduated.
I mean,
Yeah.
canonically, Furkan is still a skeleton outside
Yeah.
this booth. But that's a whole subplot to the riff that we don't need to dig up.
I got Nightwalker.
How much do you expect this movie to make?
$100.
Sonic. or
Who's
Detective
paying
Pikachu?
for it?
The school.
oh,
As Vinny would say, we could just apply for funds.
Yeah, just we'll apply for funds and that'll be our box office.
We steal from the film department.
Ooh.
Okay.
No, that's it. We steal all our equipment and a little bit of spare cash from them.
We have ins with some film grad students on our improv teams.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is a good idea. I know this
Yeah.
is a bit, but I think this is a good idea.
I mean,
one
hell,
and a half.
you're gonna be here next
you-
year. You should film it.
1.5 hour Shenanigans the movie.
No, 90 minutes is too short. We need.
Okay.
Wait, can we do a brief sidebar of like Furkan like running
Furkan running for USAC president.
on no platform and he's not even gonna be here next year?
That was so funny when they put that in the Daily Ruin, because I was like, my platforms are that I'll listen to people. And then they put that's my. And then they put no. I mean, I like that they put no platform. It's better than having like one shitty platform. Just none.
Can you explain? Can you explain why you're doing this?
Like, what's your thought process?
And I just want to say, like, is it just for personal promo?
No.
Okay, wait. You're gonna answer that again, but this time be honest.
It's not only that. That is a part of it for sure. I'm not denying
fair.
that it is. I mean, this is not going to be that funny, but like, and people don't care, and I have the ability to like.
For the school's student body representative president?
No. I mean, I'm not going to win. I have no like reservations about. I have no like. My thought process isn't that like I'm trying to win. My thing is that like no one cares about USAC, and I have the publicity skills to like get people to pay attention.
I voted for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate that.
did.
And you probably wouldn't have voted if I wasn't running.
Okay.
And
yeah, you asked me that.
the down the ballot candidates.
They benefit from me,
There you go.
You're increasing voter turnout.
and that is a big positive that I tell people. But also, it's great marketing for myself.
Furkan is a civil rights activist.
Like so many of these USAC people now, like say what's up to me, shake my hand, follow me on Instagram. Like it's just a big networking
Opportunity for yourself.
Yes, 100%. And then these people get to know who I am, and they like me. So like that's very fulfilling.
Validating? Did you say validating?
Validating.
Yeah, okay.
And then maybe if you fail your finals, you'll be able to be president.
I haven't shut up the class in like so long, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the sidebar to that, I guess. I mean, it's fun. I have a lot of fun. It's really fun. I wish more people paid attention, though. I love being in Daily Bruin. Like, that is so cool.
Do you want people to pay attention to local LA politics or to yourself?
Both. Why can't I do both?
Because if he puts himself at the center of local LA politics,
Simon gets it.
He could be super self-absorbed, and then they'll get a little bit of that runoff attention.
Okay.
They'll scroll by the actual information on their way to see Furkan's face and zoom in on it and smooch the phone.
Yeah, and then follow me on Instagram as well. So, Simon's a smart guy, and he understands it.
He should be your campaign manager.
I wish I had a campaign to manage. Dylan had a good tweet the other day.
It did. Put you on blast.
No, I thought it was funny.
It was.
No, it was
funny.
good.
What was it?
Should I pull it up?
Yeah, I mean,
These are the
I
viewers.
tweeted, at least my life exciting. Not all of you can say that, which came from a good space, and then
I was like, no one. And then you said candidates running, and with Furkan's tweet
Quote
using that little
that.
meme.
Yeah.
And
It
people liked
was good. I liked it a lot.
I liked it as well, and I found that I wasn't following you on Twitter, so I followed you back.
There we go.
There you go.
What's
It's called networking.
What is my Twitter? I honestly don't even know.
I think it's just your name.
Yeah, it's Dylan C. Portillo.
Very nice.
Follow me on
get
Twitter.
The middle initial.
I
Not to be
know.
confused with the other Dylan Portillo.
There's
Is it-
11 other Dylan Portillos on Twitter, so I will fight them in the future for
There's
this.
11 other Simon Johnsons on Venmo.
We
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
talk about
really?
this until plugs.
Oh yes, of course. We got a whole
Oh.
section for self-promotion.
I
That
take it
was my
back.
fault. That was my fault. I
Yeah.
incited
How
it.
dare you enable Furkan?
People would have thought the episode was ending early. That
Yeah.
would have been awful. They would have had to go home, have a good night's
We have a
sleep.
show on Tuesday.
We got a lot of fun stuff planned, but again, that's for the
we
end.
had a stand-up show. How was that received?
Oh boy, yeah. Let's talk about the stand-up
the
show.
fundraiser.
And we'll talk about the fundraiser.
What's the stand-up
But
show?
the
I get-
more
I get-
interesting thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
can we
Tuesday?
do the stand-up
Oh.
show? Please update me.
Okay.
I get messages from the managers.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, this is going well.
Okay, so
The
Simon,
Tuesday,
were
talking about
you
the
there?
Tuesday show?
I guess.
No, I was
I
doing
was-
differential equations until midnight.
Okay, so
Of course you were.
Furkan and I, looks like in the booth, were the only people who were there to see a wonderful Bruin Fest.
Woo!
Early. Oh,
So
that's what you're
yeah,
talking
that's
about.
what-
Oh, that's what you're talking.
the cackle. So you know it's good.
I can't believe that was the last Bruin Fest.
So for the listeners at home and maybe who might be watching this on YouTube, we have a quarterly stand-up show. Very nice. It's a great opportunity for our shenanigans stand-ups.
Kylie knows this.
Uh,
This is our entire base.
and our mothers. And it was good. The student comics, I thought, all did pretty well.
They killed.
Yeah, did a great job. And then we had a wonderful gentleman, I can't remember his
Curtis
name. Curtis Cook come out, do a wonderful, what was that, 20, 25 minutes?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, very good set, got the crowd going. And he even, in his set, won't say any bits, but was like, I was a little nervous going to a college campus and telling these kinds of jokes. Because, comedy and censorship is a hot topic right now in the community. Killed it regardless. And then we had Stephen Lawley, who might be the personification of a decrepit, aged-out, 50-year-old Jewish comedy writer who no one needs to hear his voice anymore.
Don't drag the Jews through this.
I will.
The urban Jew.
That he literally calls himself the urban Jew.
Oh,
What does that mean?
God.
It means he got up on
Jewish
stage and
God.
went, "You guys should love this stuff. I tell it at all the black clubs in LA." And we were like,
What?
"What exactly?" The whole audience was like, "Okay, what does that mean?"
Was that his first line?
Kind of.
Kind of. It was up there.
I asked him how he wanted me to introduce him, and he was like, "Yeah, he's like, he literally made sure I wrote it down. I was a writer for Cat Williams, and I'm currently a writer for Eddie Pepitone. That's it. Those were his entire, credentials.
Eddie Pepitone?
Who's Eddie Pepitone?
I
know the name. I know the name.
I know the name.
But I don't know who Eddie Pepitone is.
Yeah. And he then proceeded to do 8 minutes.
12 to be exact.
12 minutes of why aren't you guys laughing?
Yep.
I swear this kills with black people. I am funny. You guys don't know funny. How did the other guy do so well and I'm bombing so hard? Holy shit, this is being recorded. Please don't show this to anybody. It was a shit show.
At one point, Carl heckled him and said, "Do so." He was like, "Why isn't this going well?" And then Carl was like, "Do some material." And then he was like, "This is my material," and he wasn't doing any material.
I've never seen someone start so many Jewish jokes that weren't funny, didn't seem to have a direction or a point, and just he abandoned the premise.
You've been on this podcast for quite a while. So
I know
that's
Jewish
very
jokes.
high.
Yeah, and oh my god, he would start jokes like being a Jew in L.A. Now let me tell you, and then he would just talk about other shit that wasn't even a Jewish joke, and I'd be like, come on,
I have a
that's
question
not even
for
me.
you.
For me or for Curtis?
For the room. Because according to the group chat, one of the things he went on about was how, as a leftist, he doesn't like transgendered people or something. So I was thinking, at what point do you boo? Or are you obligated to boo? Would you boo is
It
the
was
question.
very close to getting booed. It was very close.
Yeah, he did do a joke about, quote unquote joke about something about democracy and going to the Middle East,
Yeah.
and he's like, what do these leftists expect, that we're gonna have gender neutral bathrooms in the Middle East?
And then Jillian wrote, and then yelled, "Yeah,
I was like silent until he was like, yeah, wait, yeah,
of course."
sure, why not?
I don't want to cut him any slack, but I will say two things why I think he didn't do well. First, he got in an argument with the custodial staff before the show.
No way.
Screaming match. He got
Oh my god.
because
Fuck you if you scream at the custodian.
he was there early, and he was he mentioned in his set who do you he was like, "Oh, who do you think I am?" Blah blah blah. That's how we approached the conversation. And he got in a big argument with the custodial staff, and then we came and then validated who he was, and then it ended. So he's probably shaken up from that. And then I personally think when I went up to introduce him, I think let me know what you guys think.
Yes, I know you're saying the answer is yes.
I
But
think
it's okay,
I think I messed with the flow of the show by going up and telling people to come to the party on Saturday, and then introducing him. But I don't know how much that played into the room losing their
1%.
energy.
1%. I do think that you going up had no influence on him just doing material that did not resonate at all with anybody.
I feel better.
That
He
being
bombed 'cause he
said,
sucked.
going up after a killer and then saying, by the way, follow us on Instagram and stay tuned for party info after, does kill the momentum of the show.
I was I asked Pip, I was like, "Do you want me to go before or after?" Because I'll do whatever, and then we decided on in the middle. We just went.
It's Pippa's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying that's the conclusion we both came to. Is do it at the middle. But
I've heard so many stand-ups on podcasts be like, yeah, my opener did a great set, and then the fucking club owner got up there and before introducing me, told everyone to buy shots. They were half price in the back, like shit like that. It's just like everyone there has good intentions. The person who just killed feels great. You're feeling great coming up, and like you're like, hey, this is a spot. This is a quick. It's only 15 seconds of me being like, come out.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it did mess with the flow though. But you know what? It's a learning experience. Go up before the headliners. Or after, to be honest. But
If you're talking about the after party, then after.
I mean, it was before the club that I was doing marketing. But I understand I probably should have done it before or after. But I don't. I just wanted to make sure like that wasn't the reason why he bombed, because he was a bad comedian. He had no material.
That was interesting. It was like he kept being like,
Why aren't you laughing?
why are you laughing? And it was like, you haven't done a setup to a punchline. Like,
Well, he started a joke in the beginning, do you remember? And then he just forgot what the punchline was to his joke. The first thing he started, he forgot what the joke was, which is not a great start to a set.
and then he did go, yeah. So like Kylie's saying in chat, specifically he yelled at the custodian
What an
because
anonymous
he,
guest is saying
quote,
in chat.
didn't want to feel like a pussy. And he did, I remember, follow that up with like, oh, I know why the custodians were yelling at me, because they thought I was a student hooking up with my girlfriend. They thought I was in college.
That's not what they
And
thought.
I was like, first off, no one's thinking that. Second, why would anybody think you're hooking? You're like 50, dude.
And his girlfriend was like 60.
I'm sorry. I'm sure she's a very nice lady.
Let's not bring her in.
We're dragging a lot of people today.
This is basically tea time.
I was gonna say, I'm really proud of Michael for the way he handled the situation in the moment. I mean, all the managers were freaking out the moment he started bombing.
Yeah.
But Mike, we were like, how do we get him off stage? And then when the moment he heckled from the stage, he heckled Felipe and said, "Oh, the guy that bombed is like heckling me." That was the final straw. And
Yeah.
then Michael started clapping, and then everyone else started clapping, and then he, on his own volition, like left the stage, which I'm very proud of Michael for handling that situation.
That's why he's stand-up head.
Yeah.
Stand-up co-head. Yeah. So that was that. That was that show. Any questions?
Wow.
Being clapped
What a
off
way to
stage
end
is
that
definitely the
sentence.
best way to be forced off stage.
That's true. We could have got the old shepherd hook and grabbed his neck.
Oh, we need to invest
would be
in one
so
of those.
iconic.
Yeah, right.
Well, we do have a spark drive.
Save it for the promos.
So we can afford
We
to
have-
buy a shepherd
We have
hook.
10 minutes before plugs.
Wait, how?
Keep it
I mean,
in your pocket. Keep it in your
okay.
pants.
I want 5 minutes dedicated to Spark.
That's 10 minutes from now.
Yeah. So then that was that. The fundraiser was
Oh
the
my
following
God.
night, was it?
Yeah, it was the next night.
Yeah, next night. Good times.
Shout out to Hannah Regan. Oh my God, MVP.
Yeah. Really came through. We made good contributions to the club through selling juice and soda and
Jell-O?
and Jello
And pizza?
and pizza. We did. The pizza always comes in clutch. Drunk people want pizza. I mean,
Well, mainly the board wants
yeah.
pizza.
Mainly the board wanted pizza. We're like, oh, there's pizza here. Yeah. You guys were both there. I saw you both there. Dylan, you were wearing very nice shirt. I remember it. I want to say it was a turtleneck, but that
It
could
was.
be. Yeah,
No,
okay,
it
good.
was. You remember correctly.
You know when you have dreams of people and they're wearing whatever outfit you just assume they would be wearing? I just, whenever I think of you, assume you're wearing a turtleneck because you look so fucking good in them.
Oh, that's like a recent discovery I've made of myself. Yeah. So I'm very flattered by that.
That's a good feeling, right? When you find out a certain style choice is like looks good on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good feeling.
It's a really good feeling. It's like a little euphoria. It's like a new high.
yeah.
Oh.
I know.
I think you should update all your profile pictures to be centered around the turtleneck.
See, it's either like the turtleneck or like floral shirts, so I really can't like switch between the two unless it's like a half and half, be that extra.
Yeah.
like it's like halfway down the middle, or like it's like
Half
a
of your-
turtleneck down
Oh,
until
yeah.
like just below
To
the
the
nip line,
floral.
and then it's a floral.
So it's like,
That's a look, dude.
It probably, honestly, probably
That's a look.
It is a look.
so like on the sides, it's all the way up to your chin, but then down the middle, it's like a double V U deep cut neck. It's way
What?
down there.
That sounds dark. I don't know what that is.
it's just
Or
all the way down?
hear me out. A turtleneck that's only the left side of his body.
Whoa.
So it's like a turtleneck,
Ooh.
and then left side turtleneck, right side, nothing.
Oh, nothing?
Wait, no,
mesh.
Or
Mesh. How
mesh,
about mesh?
A mesh.
that
Okay.
wouldn't work, and I'll tell you why. The turtleneck wants to pull, So if it was like floral on the other side, it would be pulled way over. So you would like basically have the divide on your right nip, and like everything left of that is gonna be floral, and everything right of that is going to be turtleneck.
And you're making it seem like that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
No,
I think
you got to
that's
be
a fashion
symmetrical.
choice.
Everybody knows the number one factor in your beauty is symmetry.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not symmetrical, you're ugly.
Whoa.
Whoa.
God,
According to
Come on, we're moving on.
So yeah, the fundraiser went well. I felt.
Yeah, what'd you guys think? And Rafe.
I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I had
What'd
a
you
good
guys
time.
think?
I came in like halfway near the end, so like the end of like all the stand up. People looked happy. It looked like a lot of fun. Everyone was happy, so I would say it was pretty successful. Yeah.
Simon?
Yeah, I remember having a good time. There was at some point
Your dance.
there was like a couple of us like standing in a part that was like away from most of the party, like just like doing like really like stupid looking dances, which I think is where I'm at my problem.
Y'all were having fun. I saw you guys
We
dancing.
were having fun, yeah.
Great venue. Oh my god. Like I was thinking about the other day, like the fundraisers we've had, like fall quarter, winter quarter, this quarter, they've progressively gotten more better, and more organized, but we have been making less money since the first one. Like the high of counting money after that first fundraiser, you
Yo,
remember?
that was.
Oh my god.
There was something about being like 1:30 in the morning, plastic tables, bottles strewn around, and we're just fucking dropping ones, 5 ones, 20 ones.
You did not get a 20.
We
No,
got
we
a
got
fucking
multiple 20s,
multiple
bro.
20s.
Swear to
No
God. Dude,
way.
no, we made, should we drop how much we made?
Yeah, we made a
We
good
made
amount.
we made $1,100 profit.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Profit.
Straight, we made $1,400.
If I could manually do the auga where your eyes pop out of your head and pop back in, I would be doing that right now.
Do you want to touch the button for Gon?
1,100. Yeah, it was insane.
We'll never hit that again. And I'm like, I don't know how. Well, I mean, shout out to Simon. Facts for the past 2 fundraisers. Simon has been at the door, and
Well,
it's
for
been
2, not including the last one.
2, not including the last one. Because if we had people at the door, the one mistake we made at this past fundraiser, a lot of people got in for free.
Yeah, because okay.
It's
hold
not
on.
because of Simon. Like you were not like tasked with doing that. So don't feel
exactly. When I told Simon, hey, come over before the fundraiser, we'll walk over together, knowing that if Simon and I got there at like 10:15, 10:30,
Mhm.
you would not be assigning him to the door, and he would be able to enjoy himself at the party.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, there were people at the door throughout the night, but I was doing other stuff. So I was hoping the other heads would be smart enough to realize, like, hey, there should be someone at the door. Or even, like, club members would be like, hey, who's at the door right now? So I don't know how much time was spent at the door, but I know we could have made more. But I'm still happy. We made a good amount of money. Less than, I mean, the first one is insane. So I'm just always going to be sad about.
Well, that's why we got to do other more exciting, different types of promotional events. For example, Gimprov, right?
Wait a second.
Improv?
Gimprov, yeah.
This is not something I'm privy to.
Yeah, where everyone who's willing to dresses up in a gimp suit and we do a stripper show.
When was this decided?
Oh, was that in a
When was this
dream?
an idea?
This was definitely not discussed with us. Definitely not.
That's part of the movie.
Yeah, that's in the movie. There we go. We're
It's
bringing
like
it back.
It's a side story.
Yeah. Oh man, I want Steven Ryder to play me. Yeah.
In the Gimprov,
In-
side movie?
Yeah.
Or is that a short that plays before the movie?
Yeah, it's like a Pixar short in the beginning.
Oh my
It's
God.
animated as well, so no one asked to do it.
But for the animations, we all have to
The
dress
the
up
suits.
in gimp suits with the little
With
green
mocap.
balls all around it.
We got a mocap at the strip show.
It needs to be photorealistic to what it would be really like.
And then we
in an
film,
improv
and then
strip
we
show.
film that, and then put it in the movie. We put that in the movie. Like, hey, remember the prequel you saw before the movie? This is us doing it.
Oh yeah, start in the middle.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what the hell Ben Schwartz was thinking being Sonic for this movie.
He's so funny. I
Oh,
love Ben Schwartz.
I saw a show. I'm standing now. I saw a show of with Ben Schwartz and Thomas Middleditch a few weeks ago.
Snow Pants?
No, it was an improv show. They did long form improv.
Middleditch and Schwartz?
Yes.
You saw that?
Yes.
Where? Largo?
I don't know.
UCB.
No,
not
it was a
UCB.
much bigger
I had
show.
to drive out to a place. There's lines around the block.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Dude, I was trying to go to that show.
Well, you should have bought tickets.
Well,
Oh, you do that.
Oh!
Do that.
Dead wolf. and you are listening
Oh.
to.
Oh, sorry. My
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Wait, what do the other ones do?
I botched that one. Oh, that's a botched job.
Oh, that's Danny DeVito.
Oh man, we have a soundboard now. This is great.
Okay, let's go to the soundboard.
I don't want to hit something and it'd be like something bad.
A spirit full of
UCLA radio.
Okay.
Oh man, we
This
should have
is
been
good.
using this
Oh,
one
that
for
one would have
weeks.
been perfect.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Whoa.
What?
Oh!
Save that one. Remember which one that was.
I'm taking a visual reminder of what yeah.
Dude, I love Eric Andre.
Um,
Oh man. I'm gonna reach across the booth and smack you.
we should okay, wait. I do want to talk. So Shenanigans could do more outreach to celebrities, I think.
Yeah.
Because like we have the name of UCLA. We are the comedy club at UCLA.
We do have a bird up soundboard.
We do that.
Who do we start with, though? Norm Macdonald?
Oh my God. I love Norm Macdonald.
I don't think he's coming to a college
I
thing.
messaged Bobby Lee from our
Oh,
Shenanigans
Bobby Lee,
Instagram.
right?
Because I heard on a podcast that all he wants is like gas money and lunch. And I messaged him for the last Bruin Fest to see if he would come, but he hasn't seen the message yet. So I agree with you though. I agree we can reach out to more comedians.
Eric Andre. We should
Yeah,
get
Eric Andre would be great.
We should get him to appear in an event that we're not associated with.
Experts.
Yeah.
We should keep a list of the comedians who treat us shittily, though. Just
Yeah.
like for future reference.
Do we have any yet?
Oh,
Steven
and
Molly.
then lock them in a room
well,
with
he
Eric
just
Andre.
bombed. He didn't treat us badly.
Yeah.
He was kind of an asshole.
Haven't there been people who treated Salma and Katie
Oh,
badly?
Nikki Glazier.
Yeah.
Just because she was being annoying about like the Lyft and the Uber or whatever. The Lyft and the Uber. She wanted both. It's crazy.
Really?
Stick to one platform.
Wow.
Sometimes you want to switch in the middle.
hop from to an adjacent Uber in the middle of the freeway.
Without slowing it down or going to park.
You hop from in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah, does this Uber come with ladders to transfer to a Lyft? I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling this ride. I need to transfer.
Who's your ideal comedian celebrity guest for Shenanigans?
Norm Macdonald.
Really?
100%.
Does he speak to our generation?
He speaks to me, or Hannibal Buress.
Oh, dude, a Hannibal Buress would be fantastic.
I had front row seats to Hannibal Buress at Adult Swim Festival.
No
I waited
way.
2 hours just to be front row.
No
and he did a joke
way.
about like cigarettes that he has. I forget what it was, and then when he did it, I lit my cigarette.
Dude.
I blew it in his face.
Dude,
I'm sure he really appreciated that.
if we had Hannibal Buress perform at a UCLA show, I would shit my pants in the best possible way.
We had Moshe Kasher.
Yeah, we did.
And I
and
can't-
Ali Wong.
I came to.
Oh,
we
Ali
did have- we
Wong
did
lives
have Ali
next
Wong.
door to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole.
I'm sure I've talked about this, but I came to the Moshe Kasher Shenanigans show before I even went to UCLA. That was my first Shenanigans show. Moshe Kasher in Ackerman Grand Ballroom.
Wow.
No way.
And you decided from then you wanted to be president?
Yes, that was the moment.
Yo, hit the bird up. That's not bird up.
According to my watch, it's time for plugs.
Yeah, so we have like so many fun things to plug. One thing I want to segue into is that we actually have such a dedicated member of Shenanigans who has gone beyond and above to raise money for our Spark campaign. That's a little Kickstarter-esque thing we have going on to raise money for fundraisers. Jack Grossman has been straight up catfishing people, sending false pictures under the pretense of donate money to my campaign.
Wait.
And you will.
I learned about this today.
Yeah,
But
like-
do we want to talk about it?
Dude,
No, I want to talk about
I
it
don't wanna
after.
blow
I
his
gotta
cover.
salute the fucking hustlers of the world. I mean, that takes balls. Like, Jack, good on you.
No, yeah, let's get a bird up for Jack Grossman.
Yeah, so Furkan, you want to talk about Spark a little
Yeah,
bit?
sure. So we have our Spark campaign, runs the whole month of May. You can find it on our Facebook page. If you go to Shenanigans Comedy Club at UCLA, you'll see our Spark campaign. We're trying to raise a little over $3,000 for, what is it, for improv coaches, for Bruin Fest headliners, for rooms, for cameras, for boom mics, for podcasting equipment, for microphones, everything and everything you could imagine. We're trying to raise money for. So please, ask your parents, let your parents know. Mainly, we're trying to get money from parents. That's the name of the game. So please, if you can't give us any money, please share it on Facebook or Instagram. Just get the word out. We really need money. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm sure we'll be talking about over the course of the month. So, and we have other plugs if you guys want to take over.
Yeah, we got all sorts of things coming up. Mainly Laugh Den is going to be popping off soon, but we'll talk more about that next week.
4 weeks from now, I think.
4 weeks?
4
Wow,
weeks.
Wow.
4 short weeks. Yeah, it's going to be our last Laugh Den.
Yes, we're gonna have to wrap up this podcast soon.
We will.
Who should be our last guests? Furcon, what do you think?
Hannibal and Eric. Andre. There you go.
What about Norm?
I don't know who the last guest should be. I think maybe we have no guests.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's just do dead air.
You should
No,
do,
like,
you should do a
us three.
seance.
Yeah.
Oh, bring Furcon back from the dead. That way, leave it open. It's a sequel hook.
You gotta kill him at the beginning of the episode then.
I don't know. I don't know who the last guest should be. Maybe whoever's taking over should be the last guest.
That's true. We need to decide on that as well.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, we'll be putting out, I don't know, applications for that.
I guess.
Putting
Who
out something.
cares?
I mean, maybe
just pick someone. Just throw a rock.
if we want to keep radio, we'd probably have to be someone that's in radio. So like, who do we have? Michael Pyle, Carl Hatch, Emma Lauterbach.
They got their own shows. Emma
could do it.
Emma, I still want Emma to be on this show.
She hasn't been on yet.
She's been on.
Okay. We got to start wrapping up because the show after us does have an interview. So I guess
Yeah.
I'll do the rest of the. Or you wanna?
Yeah, no, fuck that. Okay, so there are some special announcements I want to make. First and foremost, as a lot of you guys know, I will be graduating at the end of this quarter, hopefully. And that means that Identity Crisis is going under some leadership changes.
Wait, we didn't even talk about it.
That's what I'm fucking doing! So Dylan Portillo is going to be the new co-team captain of Identity Crisis alongside Simon Johnson.
Bird up.
Thank you.
That's so awesome.
That
Congratulations.
is very awesome.
Very happy. Very excited.
You, like I've been saying, like,
Watch me, Nene.
Now watch me, Nene.
I've been doing such an awesome job doing the whole improv thing. Like, I'm really feel confident that I'm leaving leaving Identity Crisis in good hands.
He's really confident that he's leaving. He knows for certain by now.
Yeah, I certainly do.
Me and Dylan are living in the same room.
We are. I certainly do. Okay. This is the time of the podcast for plugs. Do you guys
very quickly, please?
Say your
Plugs.
socials, not your security, your media.
Go on SoundCloud and follow Big H2O Big Water. That's the full name you have to search to find me.
There you go.
And Dylan Portillo, Dill_Portillo on Instagram. You'll see me there.
At Furcon Yelson on Instagram.
You guys should know what mine is by now if you're a true fan.
There you go. And I am at Noah Stern on Instagram, at Noah But No Arc on Twitter. You can find this podcast and podcasts like it on the Shenanigans YouTube channel. Just
No
search
podcast
for
like it.
Just search for Shenanigans Riff podcast, whatever. You'll find it. This has been awesome. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
Hope you had fun. Hope we had fun.
Bye.
I fucking told you I had to